get in Manju Sharma. Right, Manju Sharma. Now, if you look at some cases, that we have reported, and we're just looking at what has happened, say, since 2023, we're not even going before that. Now, there have been some cases, there were action that was taken, but we're trying to understand. Are families coming and asking you, is there an inherent problem? Of course, numbers show that people really want to go there. Students are eager. Of course, there are huge opportunities. There's great standards of education there as well. But when you look at, say, Indian student's body being mocked at by the cops there, or a man being attacked, Indian student being attacked because he looked weird and the attacker felt it was the right thing to do, to stab him. I mean, is there an underlying problem here? Do people come and ask you these questions as they are trying to get their children into top colleges in the US? Is this a concern at all?
Yes, absolutely. It's a concern. And when such cases come, that is the time, the parents' concern rise like anything, and they ask these things. And sometimes, after the admission and everything also, they cancel. I remember, so many cases, in fact, where the parents said that, no, I am okay to send my child to this particular country and not this. And US had come in that because of the gun culture, they feel the child is not safe. And I have only one child or two kids. I cannot, make this child, life on stake. So such questions definitely come. Whenever they come, they ask for certain universities. And, I have a lot of workshops where I inform them about different universities, and about the pros and cons also, facts also about these. And when the facts comes, of course, as I said earlier also, the universities are supportive. But there are certain issues with the government policies. In fact, today also, I have spoken with my students who are studying at Purdue University, and I have asked about their whereabouts also, how they are, what is the environment in the university. I have also spoken to the representative of the university who represent India.
What do they think? What have they told you? No, it's important. Could you share? What did they tell you? Did they share any concerns? Or were did they say this was this was an isolated case?
Absolutely. It was an isolated case. And my students said, see, that this case can happen anywhere, whereas the university is very supportive and the entire Indian community of these students have gathered and they are taking care of each other. They have all spoken to their families also that they are absolutely fine. There is no issue. Yes, they are concerned. Okay. They also want to know that what exactly happened to the child. How that the child is found after 2 days all alone, and then they found that he's not surviving now. What happened to that is also there. And of course, the kids are worried. But at the same time, they have full trust in the university. And they said that we are absolutely fine, ma'am. You need not to be worried about it.
Important point.
And we also want to know what
happened. So that last minute left. Let me just take this question to Vibhuti Jha. Mr. Vibhuti Jha, if you could just answer this one question, and I possibly can give you just about a minute on this. How is the US looking at this? Is this a concern that US is looking into? Is this a worry for the US authorities, particularly when crimes against Indian students are being reported? It's a huge chunk of the population in US. Is this a major concern for the US authorities?
It is. It has become. I'll tell you the reason why. Because Indians are the students who are coming here. They have the ability, capability, education, and the mental capacity to be good. So these are all the STEM guys who are coming here. 1.4 million people who have been given the visa to come here is a recognition of the fact that India is the country from where people are very productive and contributing to the society. It is a matter of concern. What is important here is for parents, Indian parents to know also, Indians to know also, that when you are going to spend $80,000 per year for college tuition, board, and everything else, plus maintenance expenses, you have to remember that US universities have become what I call them Wokistani universities. They have become, so what are you sending your children to? 1.4 million will come here, but what will happen to them after they finish their education? Today, one senator was talking about the fact that Caltech gets so much of quality students, but we can't give them visa. They have to go back. So there is no job waiting for you anymore in the current scenario. So while America needs qualified people, Indian students, and I believe India is the top of the hierarchy in terms of the need-based immigration platform, there is not much being done on the immigration
Right.
side. So Indians who are coming to study here, remember, drop the hope and ambition that you are going to become an American soon as you finish your education. That era is over. So unless and until
Right.
we as a community team up and demand that if you are asking for 1.4 million people are coming here, you give them visas, you have to also secure their future. Those who want to go back to India, please do, because India is the new growth story. But also remember one thing to people, Manjuji was talking
we're
about
totally out
gun
of time.
culture.
Thank you very much,
Violence
Mr. Vibhuti Jha, for joining us. But also thank you very much, Rashmi Sawant, J.K. Tripathi and Manju Sharma for bringing in your perspectives. This is an important issue that we all need to look into. It is about the safety of our loved ones. It is the safety of our children. But also important to understand the context of what's really happening in the US, where domestic politics challenges the economic scenario and several other aspects may really pose challenges in what seems to be a fast-changing global environment. Thank you very much, all four of you, for joining us.